wanna know what's really going on, search for the answers and question it all. Turn your televisions off, cause you're being brainwashed. Brainwashed. If you wanna know what's really going on, search for the answers and question it all. Turn your televisions off, cause you're being brainwashed.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to another broadcast over here at Dallas Network. Now, guys, I woke up this morning and I had a few notifications on my phone from some of the news networks that I follow. I try to keep up to date with everything going on around the world, not just here in America, but, I pay attention to what goes on in Syria. We talk a little bit over here on North Korea as well. And, guys, I got two notifications. One came from Drudge Report, and the other one came from RT News. Now, I understand there's a lot of people out there that don't find either of these places credible. And again, last night in my shout out video to my subs, I explained how I come up with credible news. And basically what I do is I just take in two keywords, and as you can see, Putin and missile, this is what we're going to talk about. And then I hit news, and within minutes, you can see a couple news articles here that came out. That's all confirming the exact same thing about what we're about to talk about. Okay, so let's go ahead and hop over to the Drudge now. And it says, Putin boasts Russia has developed an intercontinental nuclear missile that can't be stopped or shot down by any country's defense system. That's pretty troubling. Vladimir Putin says Russia is developing an unstoppable nuclear cruise missile which cannot be intercepted by any missile system on Earth. The newly developed intercontinental ballistic rocket with an unlimited range was one of several unveiled by the Russian leader in his State of the Nation address in Moscow. He had that speech yesterday. Footage showed during Putin's speech appeared to show one of the new missiles heading towards the United States. They included a nuclear-powered cruise missile, a nuclear-powered underwater drone, and a new hypersonic missile, which apparently have no equivalent. Sorry, guys, I'm just waking up. I probably should have woke up and drank my coffee. Footage showed during his speech apparently showed the new unstoppable missile heading toward the United States as he promised to neutralize America's missile defense. Russia remained a nuclear power, but no one wants to listen to us, Putin, 65, told lawmakers. Listen to us now, he says. He said the intercontinental rocket known as the Avangard is capable of traveling 20 times the speed of sound and strike like a meteor, like a fireball. Here's Putin's most explosive claims of today's speech. Alright, Vladimir Putin has raised fears of a nuclear arms race of the 21st century. He unveiled new hypersonic nuclear weapons, which have no equal. The most frightening weapon he alluded to was the nuclear-powered cruise missile. Putin said it can travel 20 times the speed of sound and strike like a meteorite. He said the missile also has an unlimited range and cannot be intercepted. I don't know about you guys, but that makes me feel a little uneasy. The new missile has an unlimited range, Putin said in a State of the Union address in Moscow. Alright, so we'll go ahead and hop over here to RT. Again, guys, I'll post the links in the description to this YouTube video. You guys can click on it and read it. But this is coming from RT. And what RT is putting out, that Putin on new U.S. nuclear stance. If attacked, Russia will use nukes. So if there's any form, and if you guys pay attention to global news, what's been going on over there in Ukraine. That's still a battlefront. There's still a lot of massive UN troop movement, NATO troops, massing around the southern border of Russia as well. That's been going on for a year. There's supposedly military drills, but I know Putin's, Vladimir, he's putting up arms around the same area just in case. The new U.S. nuclear posture will allow a nuclear strike in response to conventional strikes attack. Vladimir Putin said Russia, if attacked with nuclear weapons, will not hesitate to respond in kind. The warning came during a State of the Nation address delivered to the Russian president on Tuesday, in which he presented a number of new advanced strategic weapon systems, which he said would render all anti-missile capabilities that the U.S. currently has powerless. Putin also mentioned the new American nuclear posture, which has relaxed some rules on when the U.S. is prepared to use its nuclear weapons. As you guys can see, oh wow, this is a short article. So anyways, I'll post this. Now, there's one more thing that I wanted to bring out, seeing how we're talking about missiles and nuclear warheads and stuff like that. And this is coming from the NPR. I believe that this is a South Korean news agency. North Korea reportedly sending missiles and chemical weapon parts to Syria. Now, we know that President Trump and the UN and other nations around the world has put heavy trading sanctions on North Korea, trying to stop them from, economically growing, getting money, trying to stop the funding of the nuclear program that they have over there. And I guess when you put a, I've always said it before, you put a rat in a corner, they're going to fight back. And basically that could very well be the case here. We know that, a lot of trade has stopped. A lot of businesses have stopped in North Korea for the simple fact of them not listening to UN laws and regulations on their nuclear program. We know Syria's having, a lot of things going on in Syria. I think just a couple of weeks ago, guys, there was another sarin gas attack or a false flag or whatnot. But I really wanted to bring this out to you guys as well, because this is something that you could keep an eye out on just in case something happens. We all know North Korea, the whole North Korea U.S. military involvement, that's a scary subject. And a lot of people I see, if we're in a conversation on Facebook or Twitter, where there's people talking about North Korea and whatnot, I see a lot of people just saying, man, just go over there and nuke them and be done with it. I don't think it's going to be that easy. Excuse me. North Korea has reportedly sent ballistic missiles and chemical weapon components to Syria in violation of United Nations sanctions, according to a drafted new report authored by UN experts and have been viewed by several news organizations. According to the 200-page report expected to go public in mid-March, the UN investigators say that the items include acid-resilient tiles, valves, and thermometers, according to the New York Times. The transfers reportedly date back as far as 2008. So if that's the case, this isn't something new. This is something that's been happening for quite some time. The Times report North Korea's missile technicians have also been spotted working at known chemical weapons and missile facilities inside Syria, according to the report, which is written by a panel of experts who looked at North Korea's compliance with United Nations sanctions. The Associated Press says the investigations into Pyongyang's transfers prohibited ballistic missiles, conventional arms, and dual-use goods found more than 40 previously unreported shipments to Syria between 2012 and 2017. Very well, they could be using Iran. I know Iran sends a lot of crude oil over that way. Again, they could be taking a lot of this stuff back, going right through Iran into Syria. I don't know. North Korea has a sordid history of supplying rogue states like Syria with weapons of mass destruction technology for cash. Andrew C. Weber, a former top Pentagon non-proliferation official, told the Washington Post, given its large and growing arsenal of nuclear, chemicals, and biological weapons and a missile delivery system, this is extremely dangerous. And it is. Alright guys, listen. I'm sorry, I should have drank my coffee before I made this video. So I'm going to end the video there and go get me some coffee. I'm going to post the articles in the description for you guys. Stay tuned. I have another video coming out later on regarding ICE. If you guys listen to my other video, ICE Crackdown, talking about Libby Schaaf, how she was putting a warning out to its community. And they actually, in fact, did do the crackdown. ICE went into the Bay Area and swept up, but there's a lot of stuff going on between ICE is trying to look for legal consent into thinking that Libby had no right to do that. So I'll bring out some articles, about the back and forth about that as well. I was going to do it last night, but by the time I got done making all my videos and doing all my research, guys, my video that I made, shout out to my subs, after that, I was just done. I had my Xbox on. I was ready to rock and roll. My kids were asleep. I was like, all right, I'm shutting my phone off. I'm done. All right. Yeah, stay tuned. I appreciate it, guys. I'll see you guys in a little bit.